An oasis in the middle of Worcestershire this morning. People coming down here to this Spa Lido in Droitwich and refreshing themselves and cooling down after the stuffiest, sweatiest, hottest night, probably most sleepless night many of us can remember. I hope you're doing all right this morning. It's been quite an ordeal, hasn't it? It is lovely to be here. I have to say I'm probably as desperate as you are at home just to dive in there and enjoy this cooling water. Might have a go a little bit later, but first we have to tell you what's going on this morning. And for the second day running, a red extreme heat warning in place from the Met Office that goes all the way from the southeast of England up here into the Midlands, where we are at the moment, and then up into Yorkshire, into the north of England as well. Unusually far north for an extreme summer weather event. A lot of people on standby. We've got problems reported. We'll come to them in a moment in the NHS. Yet more travel disruption today. Lots of people, though, still having to get on with their lives, still trying to cope in this, work in it, and even celebrate in it, as Jane McCubbin reports.
In many areas, yesterday was record-breakingly hot.
Hi, how are you feeling?
Congratulations!
Today is likely to be even hotter.
Are you coping under those layers?
I'm melting. Absolutely melting.
At Salford University's graduation day, it topped 36 degrees.
It's 36 degrees and you are wearing a three-piece suit.
You know, this is a very special moment for me. So I wanted to make sure that I am dressed for the part. Yeah.
Have you known
Never.
a day like this?
Never. This is crazy. Crazy.
And it's going to get worse
Thank
on
you.
Tuesday.
I'm staying in.
At Luton Airport, flights were suspended as the mercury hit 38, leaving the runway in need of emergency repairs. Today, rail companies warn of significant disruption with services cancelled. But for so many, like Kwame in Reading, work must go on.
I got more water inside my barrel. First one, second one, third one. This is the fourth one I'm on it. So I drink more water. Even my boss told me to drink them to cool my temper.
It's important, eh?
Yeah, it's very important.
But it is a challenge to keep going. On this Cambridge building site, workers either moved inside or simply went home.
Roofers were put off. Some of the other trades have just said they're not coming in because it's too hot to work. So we are where we are, inside until we call it a day and go home. Just looking after the workers, yeah, absolutely. If we're 2 or 3 days late, then we're 2 or 3 days late.
In London, temperatures usually only seen overseas, while Wales recorded its hottest day ever at 37 degrees in Flintshire. The Met Office says temperatures today could peak at 42, all of which has prompted this message from the Prince of Wales.
And as I've tried to indicate for quite some time, the climate crisis really is a genuine emergency, and tackling it is utterly essential.
Already, temperatures have made waterways tempting and deadly. Yesterday, a 16-year-old boy died here in Maidenhead. Last night, a 14-year-old boy was presumed dead after going missing while swimming in the Thames, leading to this warning from the Health Secretary.
There's a particular message, particularly for teenagers, children, some of those who may be tempted to go for a swim. There's significant dangers of that quite often when people go swimming in rivers when we have very hot weather.
These are temperatures to be endured or enjoyed. Just look at this. 7 p.m. last night in Hove. A new kind of rush hour for a new kind of climate.